Good afternoon, it's meteorologist Michael Fecka. Welcome back to the afternoon weather update. We do this here every day during the work week and on weekends. We stream it out to all of our streaming platforms as well as Facebook and YouTube. So if you're joining us from either place, please feel free to leave us a question or a comment. Hopefully I'll be able to go through everything as I go through the forecast, but if not, I'll go through anything at the very end and answer questions and comments for you individually. But let's get started here with a look at our headlines. And first things first, I mean, it has just been absolutely gorgeous. Yesterday and today so far have been 10 out of 10. So, we've had plenty of sunshine. Temperatures are situated nicely into the 60s and even a few 70s in a few locations. I'll show you those currents in a moment, but it does come to an end starting kind of tonight and into tomorrow. It'll be a gradual transition from the nicer weather into the not so nice weather. So let's talk about it. We'll have a cold front move through here this evening. That's going to kick in a few more clouds and even the chance for a couple of scattered showers tonight. Then that'll lead us into a mostly cloudy day for our Sunday. We should remain dry during much of the day on Sunday. However, we are tracking out another system that will bring us mostly rain Sunday night into Monday morning. But for areas north, especially of I-64, could start to see maybe even a few snowflakes mixed in with some of that rain. As of right now, not expecting any sort of impacts on roadways whatsoever because temperatures obviously right now are in the 60s and 70s. Tomorrow they'll be at around 50, so they are deeply warm, so we're not concerned about accumulations on roadways, but you can't completely rule out maybe a slushy coating on your car or maybe on an elevated or grassy surface. So keep that in mind, but most of us going to see some rain out of it. And then that rain will kind of just kick off a parade of rain through all of next week. And at this point in time, looking at extended models, possibly even into the middle of the following week. So we do not have a whole lot of sunshine or dry time in the forecast here beyond today and even into tomorrow. We may start off with a little bit of sunshine for our Sunday, but the clouds will fill in rather quickly. So that's why I'm telling you right now, get outside this afternoon while you can. We will have those showers moving in this evening, but you've got another couple of hours before that really begins to move in. So open the windows, drive with your windows down, sit out on the porch, have a beverage, do whatever, because this is kind of going to be the last little moments that you can really enjoy doing that outside. Right now, 67 degrees in Evansville, some spots in the 70s, 70 there in Owensboro, 74 to our south there in Madisonville with mostly sunny skies. And here's a look at our current radar across the U.S. Here is that cold front. Again, it's anchored just to our northwest right now. And then we've got this area of low pressure, a weak wave of low pressure that's going to be sliding up and along that front, which is going to kick up the chance for some of those showers headed into this evening. But taking a look at the tri-state at a closer view, partly cloudy skies now. We do have some of those showers back off to our west. Again, that'll take some time for it to actually move in here and saturate and reach the ground. So we're not expecting these showers to really move in here for the next couple of hours. So tracking out all of that through this evening, we'll see an increase in that cloud cover. Showers begin to move in from the west by around 5 o'clock, especially into areas like southern Illinois and southwest Indiana. And then even more showers possible here through this evening and into the late night before we finally dry out into very early tomorrow morning. Again, nothing really widespread here, but a couple of spotty showers certainly possible. And we'll even start to see the clouds break up a little bit overnight into early Sunday morning, so we may catch a little bit of sunshine out there before everything clouds over. But that cold front, in addition to a few showers, will bring our temperatures back down into the mid-30s overnight tonight. And with mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, winds coming up out of the northeast between 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures will only warm up into the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees for the second half of the weekend. So here's a look at everything through our Sunday. So we'll stay dry through the day on Sunday, waking up early tomorrow morning, maybe some sunshine out there, but it does fade away behind the cloud cover through the afternoon. And we'll stay dry through the afternoon and even into the evening or early evening hours before we see that next chance for rainfall to begin to move in. And you'll notice here, as we get into the overnight hours into early Monday morning, there may be some areas that mix with some snowflakes, especially along and north of I-64, but I think it's a pretty brief window that happens because it looks like a push of warmer air kind of kicks all that wintry precipitation off to our north and east through early Monday morning. In terms of snowfall amounts, I'm not really buying anything sticking to the ground here. Maybe on some grassy or elevated surfaces you could get a slushy coating, mainly north of I-64, but for the majority of the tri-state here, we're looking at just plain old rain. So keep that in mind as you head out the door early Monday morning, especially for folks north of I-64. You may have to wipe off a little slush on your car. You may have a little slush on, the grass as you wake up and go to school or work. But again, not expecting impacts on the roadways. They will be very much warm enough to melt anything that falls on it. So really what this does here Sunday night into Monday is kicks off these parade of rain and even thunderstorm chances through all of next week, into next weekend, and even into the following week. So again, there's not a whole lot of dry time in the forecast here through the next 7 to 10, even 14 days. It looks like we'll be stuck in a very active weather pattern. So March rearing its ugly head for us for the entire first half of the month, it seems. So let's break it all down here. Before we talk about, the longer range models here, and I show you all the fronts that move through, with all that rain in the forecast, we will start to develop some sort of flooding risks here. By the time we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll likely see some marginal to slight flooding risks at the very least with all of the rainfall we're expecting here, especially through the second half of next week. But once that system pushes out for Monday, it should dry out by Monday afternoon, but that stationary front will lift back northward as a warm front Monday night. So then we'll see another round of some showers. And then it looks like, according to some of the models, Tuesday may be the drier day of the next 7. A lot of the rainfall looks to stay north of the tri-state or to the west. And then it looks like a cold front will slide in here through Wednesday evening and into Thursday. That'll kick up the chances for showers and thunderstorms. And then as that front pushes off to our east, we'll have another warm front lift northward here, headed into the day on Friday. So again, more scattered showers and thunderstorms possible, especially as these frontal boundaries actually cross overhead. The timing of each wave of rain is really dependent on where these frontal boundaries set up, and that is really going to be hard to nail down until we get into the actual day. So I want you to just be prepared for rain at some point each and every day next week. It is not going to be raining all day every day next week, but there is that potential for rainfall at some point each and every day. So keep that in mind. And then it looks like we'll have another stationary front slide through here by next weekend, and that'll keep those rain chances going. So here's a look at the rainfall forecast, at least through just the next 7 days. So this doesn't include next weekend. This just kind of includes through tomorrow and into the end of the work week through Friday there. We could be picking up anywhere between 2 to as much as 4 inches of rain. It looks like this time a lot of the heavier amounts are going to be focused across portions of southern Illinois and into southwest and central Indiana there. Western Kentucky, you're still going to get hit with a good dose of rain there, anywhere between 1 to 2 inches over the course of the next week. But yes, the heavier amounts seem to be aligned through southern Illinois and southwest Indiana there. So that's why those kind of flooding threats align with those rainfall amounts there. And then beyond the next 7 days, we are still outlooked for the potential of heavy precipitation continuing from Sunday, March 8th, all the way into Tuesday, March 10th. So again, the very first week and a half of March here, it is just going to be wet and dreary with nonstop rain chances each and every day, even through the following weekend and into next week. So that is what we're looking at here through the next several days. So not the best 7-day forecast, not something I really like to show you guys, but at least we have the rest of this afternoon before we have a few showers tonight. We'll stay dry during the day on Sunday, but it will be mostly cloudy and cooler, and then that chance for mostly rain moves in here overnight Sunday into Monday morning. A few flakes mixing with that rain possible along and north of I-64. Not expecting any real impact out of that outside of maybe a slushy coating on some grassy or elevated surfaces. And then temperatures really climb back up all the way above average into the 60s and 70s again through pretty much all of next week. And when those temperatures pop up into the 70s there, that's when we'll have the better chances for maybe even some thunderstorms. So let me take a look at some of your questions. All right. Lenny Howard says nice weather. Yes, for now. Cheyenne says no rain today or tomorrow anymore then. No, we are still expecting showers here this evening and then again as we get into tomorrow night and into Monday morning. During the daytime on Sunday, we will be dry, but Sunday night, that's when the rain will move in again. And along with that potential for some snowflakes mixing in there north of I-64. And then through all of next week, we'll have daily chances for showers and storms. Okay, Zach asking about severe weather outbreaks. We are not expecting any severe weather outbreaks at this point in time. Of course, we may see some marginal or even slight risks for severe weather emerge, especially towards the latter half of next week and into next weekend, but at this point, it's entirely too far out in the future to give any details or specifics or have any confidence in the possibility of severe weather. So it's just something we're going to have to take day by day here as we go through the next week. But as of right now, nothing you need to be scared of. Just a gloomy, dreary week with daily rain chances. But that is all the questions that I'm seeing. So I'm going to hop off the live stream. I'll give you guys away now. I want you to go take up the last few minutes of sunshine and drier weather that we have through the day today, because again, there's not much of it here in the next week, week and a half. So that's all I've got. And then you want to tune in to 14 News at 6 for all the latest news and weather headlines. Until then, everybody stay safe and enjoy the rest of your weekend.